Hello, everyone. Let me know if you can hear me in chat. I wasn't sure if it was going to work. My webcam wasn't saying that it was loading. Hi, everyone. Hi, Queen Victor. Hi, Dennis. Yeah, hi, Miss White Swan. Hello, Joanna and Braden. Nice to see you. Hello, Shirley. Nice to see you here. Geraldine, pleasure as always. Let's see if I missed anyone. Okay. So, yeah, I have something a little special planned here today. Oh, it started to show. All right, so I posted this meme the other day, and it was basically said something about one thing that doctors won't tell you is if you're feeling a little down, if you put on a really cute outfit, that it can make you feel better. So I was been struggling this week. Definitely been struggling this week. So I thought I would give it a try. I thought maybe, just maybe, we should bring back out the Golden Goddess dress. Look at that, so pretty. All right, there we go. So I'm here. I got it on. Wanted everyone to be able to see it. I didn't get to wear it very much last year. But yeah. I have some fun things to talk about this year. Oh, I hope you guys can see my crown thing. It's like kind of not showing that much in the webcam here. But yeah, I absolutely love this dress. And I feel good in this dress. And yeah, I wore this last year to the Journey to Truth conference, or I wore it at a house party at the Journey to Truth conference. And it was a very interesting experience to wear this, and I'm going to tell you guys exactly why I picked out this dress, okay? Why I like to pick dresses that are sparkly and like, ooh, shiny. Besides the fact that I'm a Leo rising, and it makes perfect sense if you know anything about Leos. Like, this is absolutely a Leo type of apparel. But the real inspiration came from a fairy tale that I used to watch when I was a little girl, and I would be home alone. Not home alone, but I'd be home from school sick. And, they used to play these Grimm fairy tales every day on Nickelodeon at 12:30. And I was absolutely obsessed with them. And so one of the stories that was my favorite was about this princess who lost her family, and she was working as like a maid type servant, okay, for a castle. And the prince had a ball, okay, because it was time for him to meet his lady or whatever. And she actually still had 3 things from her family from when she was a princess, okay? And she had 3 dresses, okay? She had one that was golden like the sun, one that was like a silvery type of color for the moon, and then lastly it was a different type of a stardust type of it's like an iridescent type of color, I guess you could say. Like I always think of it as like the cosmos. For me, it would be a black color if I was going to do a star related type of dress. So at these events I've been going to, I've been picking out like outfits that represent those 3 dresses for me. And this is one of them. Not only that, but I actually had a reading done right before I went to the Journey to Truth conference. And in this reading, I remember I got the Queen of Wands or Rods. Okay. And if anyone knows anything about her, she's someone who is very flashy, very passionate, very, don't think, just do it type of a being, I would guess you could say. And, the main advice that I pulled away from that reading was do whatever the fuck you want. And so I took that in as my reading, and I thought, well, you know what I want to do? I want to wear that dress. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wear that dress because it makes me feel nice, and I love the way it feels, and I love the way it shakes. And so it's just sad to me that I never have an opportunity to wear it again. So I thought, what better time to wear it than when I come onto my live stream here with you guys. I figured you guys would appreciate it. And it's nice to see you here, Hopeful Art. And Chris, nice to see you too. I actually have something very special today to show you guys that I actually got from Hope, because she actually sent me a piece of her artwork, which, let me tell you, this artwork came so well prepared. It was so well like wrapped and cared for. Like you could tell, like this is like professional work here. This is like someone's gift. Okay. And it was just so beautiful. The note that came with it explaining exactly what she picked up on as far as the guides and stuff around me, and the reasons why she added certain things and whatnot. And it was absolutely perfect. It lined up perfectly for me. And so I will show you guys now what Hope gave us. Ah, yeah. Yes. So this is mine. Oh, hopefully you guys can see it. The shine's getting in the way. That's a beautiful blue cosmic lion right there, which is absolutely perfect because, you know, I told her after this, you know, it's funny that she picked, or that she sensed a lion around me, because I do know that I have lion connections, and because my original inspiration for my name was actually going to be Lionheart. So, and the other lady we got over here, this is a reptilian human hybrid woman who I basically can call on her and have her help me out in times of need. Okay, which is absolutely me. And then we got these mushroom guys, which I absolutely love this. I just absolutely love it because it just makes me feel fae, makes me feel strong fae energy, you know. So I'm just really, really pleased with this. It was very touching, and my whole household loved it. My whole household did. So yeah, we got that going. Well, there's one thing though I feel a little bit naked without, so hold on. I gotta take these out. Ooh, there we go. Gotta put my necklaces out. Okay, so we got a couple things to get through today to get to the readings. So the first thing I want to mention yet again is the Journey to Truth conference coming up that I'm so excited about. It is 4 days away now. And I'm just so excited. There's so many good presenters that are going to be there this year. Some of my favorites are going to be Barry Littleton, Tony Rodriguez, Jessica Jones. There's quite a few people though, and I brought them up on my phone so that I could remember who it was. Brad Olson. Brad Olson. I've met him before. He's pretty cool. Abby Lynch. She's sweet. Yeah. Geraldine I'm sorry, I don't know this one. Samuel Chong, Margie Kay, Jack Dobley. So these are the ones that I don't. Oh, Sherry Divand. This is Divaband. I'm horrible with this last name, but she is great. She talks about children and stuff like that. She is absolutely great. And let's not forget Sasquatch. They have listed Sasquatch as attending. Oh, Brooks Agnew. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. Live stream tickets are still available if you guys want to still be able to see the presenters and stuff, because no doubt they're going to have some good things to talk about. So if you want to get a hold of that information, you just go to journeytotruthcon.com. And there we go. Miss Liz got that for me. Okay. Okay, so let's warm up. Let's get ready for this. Okay. So I've had some major breakthroughs, I think, recently. You know, I've been really, as you guys know, okay, I've been struggling with the situation here. Okay. And I don't really want to get into the dirty details of that situation again. But as you know, I have not been a very happy camper, and I've been trying to figure out, like, what is the lesson here? Like, what is the medicine that Spirit really wants me to take away from this? And I've been sitting here, I've just been binge watching all these YouTube videos on the problem, you know, and Spirit started talking to me, and they basically told me, like, you realize that, like, when you listen to people talking, they're transmitting frequencies, their frequency to you. Like when I open up this space, okay, for everyone to come and join us here, like my energy, okay, it's affecting yours, and vice versa. Okay. So what Spirit basically told me was, like, is this the type of energies that you want imprinted upon you? You know, if I really go back to the core of what my principles and my beliefs are about manifestation, then I should know and I should remember that everything starts in the mind. Everything. Okay. So just by chance, I just left something playing, and this other this woman came on, and she was talking about the power of thoughts. Okay, and she's talking about right thinking and all of these things that really just inspired me to talk about some of it. Okay, let's see, did I forget anything else real quick? I just want to, oh yeah, before I really get deep into that, because it just was like perfect divine timing. And here's the thing, I pay attention, even if it doesn't make sense to me, I pay attention to the memes that I'm attracted to and that I post, because 9 times out of 10, if I'm not experiencing it in that moment, I will be the next day or two. Okay, even like I posted this one, it said breakthrough. Okay, and I was like, damn, I'd love a breakthrough. And I posted it. And sure enough, the next day, that was when this new woman, I don't even remember her name at this point, but I just listened to a couple of her videos, and it really, I could hear it in her voice. I could just hear it. And that's the reason why I follow certain people that I do, is because you can hear the healing coming through their voice. You can hear it. Sound is a very powerful thing. So the thing I wanted to mention before I get off and go into that topic was thank everyone. I want to thank everyone who has subscribed to my channel already. All the newcomers that just recently signed up from last week's stream. I really appreciate that. And if you could, please help me out by liking, sharing the video, and subscribing to my channel. That would be greatly appreciated. Okay, so the last week's stream that I was talking about with sexual energies and such things of that nature, something I didn't make clear that I wanted to make clear was that the entity that I think I saw take my orgasmic energy, basically, my sexual creation energy, the being that I saw, I didn't actually think, I remember posing real quickly, like, was that a succubus? Was that a, incubus or whatever the fuck? Sorry, whatever it is. I guess I'm being really open here today. Was that it? I did not feel like it was that type of a being. But what I did feel like from the description, the way it looked, I thought it was a hungry ghost. I don't know if anyone knows much about the term, but I remember I learned about it when I took this Arts of Asia class, and they draw them a lot in Chinese and Japanese paint artwork and stuff from the past, that these hungry ghosts are just basically, or I guess it would be an earthbound ghost, you know what I'm saying, trying to get life energy in order to stay where it's at, because it's not crossed over, and so it's like stuck. Okay, so I think that's what that was. Okay, so I just wanted to put that to rest. That's what I wanted to say to you guys about that one. And now we're going to go back to, how have I had this breakthrough of trying to fix or correct this emotional situation that I'm in that's just not been very pleasant. It's not been very positive experience. Because, I remember even talking about several live streams, like at the very, very beginning. I would talk about like how powerful thoughts are, and how it's just, our thoughts, they go to each other. Their energy of our thoughts, they go and they affect other people. Okay, so being aware of trying to think the best about people, trying to see the best for people, like that was a principle of mine, that that when my high heart got activated, it made it very easy for me to think positively towards certain people, you know what I'm saying? And I wanted it to be more than just with that person. I wanted it to be with everyone that I came into contact to. So I've been really working on cultivating, how do I catch myself in those moments where I'm not thinking a positive thought, in order to change that into a positive thought. Because it's not like my experiences were always positive with people, you know what I'm saying? But I was still able to come back to a place of compassion, understanding, and forgiveness, and go right back to sending them love and blessings. Okay. So the video that I came across basically challenged me to 24 hours of happiness. Okay. Hi there, April. Hi, Trevor. I just saw you guys in the chat here. So, oh, there's someone. And hello, Josh. Nice to see you there. So this video challenged me to do 24 hours of happiness. It was to take your personal commitment and self-responsibility and create happiness regardless of the way others are acting. Okay? Because really, ultimately, people are going to choose to be their way. Okay? People are going to be who they are. And I don't feel the need to ask them to change anymore at this point, because I can't change them. And sitting there stressing about them changing isn't helping me. So people are going to be their way, and it basically challenges you to be my way. Like, let them be their way, and accept that my way is what I'm going to choose, which my way is going to be happiness. It's going to be peace, calmness, and stability. Even if someone else is being rude, even if someone else is being mean, that does not mean that I need to choose to go into that same type of tit for tat type of mentality. Okay, so my first responsibility is to take care of my mind. That is my first responsibility. Okay, to remain peaceful, calm, and stable. Okay, so I'm just trying to reel this in here a little bit with what I have written down. She talked about kindness a lot, that happiness is kindness in action. Okay, and she gave this really good example, and this example was about when we are on the road and we come to a crosswalk or a stop sign, and someone's got to cross. Or let's say you're in the city, okay, and someone's got to cross the street, and let's say they're not at a stoplight or whatever. Well, you're going to stop and you're going to let them have their way. Their way is they want to cross in front of the street right there. Okay, and your way is going to be you're going to let them, because that's kindness. Okay, that's kindness in action. Okay, so, but the thing that it really got me asking is like, well, how do you do that when someone is being like just nonstop, like it maybe like attacking you or hurting your feelings somehow, like saying or doing things that are just causing general like upset? Okay, well, how do we do that? And she, and she made a good point. Okay, and this really stuck with me. Okay, it's, if I'm not happy, I start losing my power to be kind, because what is it that makes me happy? Thinking good things, feeling good about thinking these good things about people. When I think bad about people, it makes me feel bad. When I talk bad about people, it makes me feel bad. Even if I feel like I'm just sharing my experience. I'm just sharing my experience with my friend or my family member and stuff like that. But like what we're doing is we're sharing unhappinesses, we're sharing upsets. Okay, and often people are not aware of their thoughts enough to be able to send you the right kind of thought back that you would need to get yourself out of that situation, because the human consciousness is a manifesting consciousness. Like, we are co-creating this reality together, and we help one another by the things that we think about each other. Okay, so if I'm not happy, I start losing my power to be kind. If I'm not happy, I can't be compassionate because I don't have the strength to understand people. That hit me home like really hard, because that's when I realized, okay, well, how do I, what does this really come to? Is this come to the point where I realized that my own cup was not full. I can't give to someone from an empty cup. Okay? My cup is what is me refilling my happiness, okay? And maintaining that level of happiness. All right, so what I really needed to do, and what I have done, and what I've taken action to do, was to pull back and to create some new boundaries for myself, to spend some time with myself and giving to myself so that I can feel happy again. Because once I can feel happy again, I'll have more of that calmness and stability. Okay, because if I'm not kind or compassionate, then if I'm not kind or compassionate, then I am disturbing other people's minds. If I'm thinking bad about someone, that thought is going to them. And this woman gave a really good example that I'm going to give to you right now. And she talked about the power of thoughts on plant life. Okay, that can show you a good example of how powerful the light of human consciousness can be on something. All right, she gave this example about how people who talk to their plants in a positive way, and they're looking at this plant and they're radiating these positive thoughts about this plant. That plant will grow more. Okay, and a synchronicity that came along with this example was this reel that I came across on Facebook today, talking about sound and birds chirping early in the morning. They were asking, why is it that birds chirp an hour before the sun rises? And they discovered that birds chirping in the morning actually opens up the parts of the plant that allow it to receive sunlight. Okay, and then they found that this same type of frequency that the birds radiate in order to inspire the plants and the trees to get their nutrients, that the same type of frequencies exist in classical music. So this guy, he decided that he was going to play classical music in his cornfields And everyone just kind of like, okay, like that's going to do anything. Until his corn grew 15 feet. It grew 15 feet. So just imagine, now you have this flower and you're thinking, oh gosh, this flower doesn't look that good. I don't really like this flower anymore. And now you're rating, it doesn't look that healthy. And you're thinking this, and that flower starts to be affected by your thoughts. Same for relationships. So here I am, this person's not behaving right. Okay, like how can I think a good thought about this person? They're not behaving right. But that's the catch. Okay, because now I'm starting to radiate that negative energy right back towards them. Okay, because it starts from in here. Okay, I create my reality. I create my own happiness. So I have to turn those thoughts around and realize that, okay, regardless of how anyone else acts around me, I need to find the way to be emotionally independent. Okay, and that might be the only way I could be independent, the only type of independence that I could have, but it's still a powerful one because it unlocks and allows you to reconnect with your own well of happiness and to be able to have more kindness and compassion for that person who is obviously has also they have their reasons for why they're upset. They have their reasons, and yeah, let me think where else I want to go with this. Okay, because the thing is, going back to our minds, they affect each other. So I was thinking about this even too, like she was bringing up examples of, let's say you're not feeling well, okay, and so you tell people, you tell one person, two people, I'm not feeling well today, and this person, oh no, this person's not feeling well, don't bother them, okay, and then you go on, and then those two people, they go on, oh, don't bother them today, they're not feeling well, and so on and so forth, and now all your friends are like, oh, she's not feeling well. What's the words radiating to that person? They're not feeling well, they're not feeling well, they're not feeling well. This is going to affect that person. And that's why I guess it's so critical for you to make sure that you share your problems with people who can radiate a high vibe thought back for you to help assist you out of the situation that you're in. Because you could be well-meaning, especially like a good example of that is parents, telling your parents the struggles that you're going through, especially if they're worriers. The low vibration of the worry is going to impact you more than what you just shared with them, because they're going to feel so strongly about it. And the heart's emotions are very powerful when linked up with the mind and the thoughts. Okay. So I'm just, having to really put myself in check and remind myself, like, no one else has control over the way I think. That's my job. That's my responsibility. Okay. Like, the whole point of this is to earn blessings, she said. Okay. It should be the purpose of our life, to earn these blessings. And a blessing is a thought that should radiate to people every day, always. Kindness earns blessings and makes us emotionally rich. Like, money will never be able to buy that. Money can't buy blessings. Okay. And let's see. Like she said, basically, you want to be in a way that earns blessings automatically. Be calm, be stable, even if the other person is rude and mean. Radiate compassion. Okay, because really, just that one incident when you're being mean to someone, okay, that can stay with the person for hours, for days, and for years. They're feeling and thinking about this bad situation that happened. And that's what they're doing. They're radiating that to you. Oh, this negative feeling, this negative, oh, how could they treat me this way? How could they do this? And I definitely have felt that before. I definitely have felt under attack before from other people's thoughts when it comes to that. And that's one of the reasons why I really worked so hard on my honesty and integrity in order to be, to show people exactly who I am, because that's what makes me feel good. It makes me feel good to be open and honest. It makes me feel like I am doing the right thing, and I just want people to be the same. It makes me feel like I want to give people the way I would want to be given back to. So there were 3 things that she mentioned. She said that we need to remember, and that I took away from this, and it was, happiness is natural. It's our natural state of existence to be happy, to be loved, to be joyful. That's what we are. We're beings of love. And any other disturbing emotion is unnatural. Okay. And I totally agree with this. I totally agree with this. And that's really where the sicknesses come from. It's from these thoughts, negative thoughts. That's where it starts. That's where we start creating our things, because I am the creator of my happiness, not other people, not other situations. I have to be emotionally independent. Okay. Like, and I thought about it like this, like with my daughter. Okay. Like, if she gets hurt, if she falls and she gets hurt, and I come over there and I'm just like, feeling so bad for her, just like, oh gosh, you hurt. Am I helping her in a way? Like, is me feeling bad for what she went through, is that really helping her? Like, no, being calm and stable and peaceful is what's going to help her to come out of that. It's just something to think about. Okay. Like, I am the creator. And here's the other thing, because I am the creator of my response. How I respond to people is my choice always, and how they respond is their choice. And that's okay. That's okay. Okay. Because the thing is with thoughts, okay, they go to 4 places always. Right. The first place they go to, okay, is your feelings, right? They inspire your feeling. Next place they go to is the physical body. Okay. So that's why negative thoughts can create the disease. All right. And the next place they go to is to other people. When you're thinking about other people, that's where they're going to go. And then lastly, to the world. To the world. We really are that powerful. I mean, just think about when you're in a bad situation, you sit there and you think 100 thoughts that are negative, and then you share those thoughts with other people, and then they start feeling and thinking those negative thoughts, and then it's so on and so forth. When really, if you share it with someone who can hold a high vibration thought for you in return, then that will come back to you. And then that support will help you have that breakthrough in that problem or that situation. If we could find a way to do that, I feel like that's where that 100th monkey effect comes in. If we can find a way to get our thoughts in alignment with what we want to see on the outside world, and then let it change, give it time to change. Okay, because, so I did this experiment, basically. I watched this video, 24 hours of happiness, what's going to happen? And I had immediate results. I had immediate results with how people talked to me, even out in the world, how friendly people were, how just wanting to be talkative, in that talkative mood with me, like I have seen, and it's not just with one person, like multiple people. I saw the results instantly, because I know my thoughts are powerful. I know they are. I have had too many instances that have shown me the strength of how fast they can go to people, how fast people can get that. So I know this is real stuff. So why am I not putting it into practice when it comes to this particular situation that I'm in? I have to find the way to change, because I'm the one that's going to get me out of the situation. I'm the one that's going to get me out of this negative mood and this negative feeling. But that couldn't have happened, all right, unless I pulled back and created those new boundaries. Okay. Like, there's certain things, like, that doesn't mean I have to sit there and think negative towards this person when they treat me wrong or they come at me in a certain way. But it does mean that I have the ability to choose to withdraw from the space, withdraw from that situation, until I can be in a better and kinder mood and respond with kindness somehow. Okay. Like, basically she was saying that, yep, change my thoughts, and that's going to change our reality. Creating the right thoughts, because thoughts create it. Create the reality. I wrote that down twice. Let me just get back on track here. I wrote down, my feeling is not dependent on my situation, but oh yeah. So my feeling is not dependent on my situation, but my situation is dependent on how I'm feeling. Okay. I'm trying to pull the example that she gave for this so I can give you guys a better understanding of this, because it is so true. It is so true. Like, how I'm looking at things, how that's going to frame it. It's not going to make it any better if I'm just like sitting there thinking like, oh my God, today is so much worse than yesterday. Like, what am I manifesting with that? Today is so much worse than yesterday. Oh my God, they're being even worse. I can't even believe this. Mother's Day. Oh, don't even get me started. I'm just going to create, the next day is going to get amplified. It's going to get amplified again and again and again because now I'm focusing on it. Now my time and my attention is going towards that. I'm sure that's all I'm finding reasons to talk to about my friends is just about this terrible situation. You know, is that really helping me though? It didn't feel good. I'll tell you that much. It doesn't feel good to only have this type of experience to talk about with my friends or on my mind. You know, so I'm just gonna do my best to change that, and I'm just gonna do my best to redraw my focus and attention back on what it is that I do want. Because the behaviors will get worse the more you focus on them. Nothing stays the same under the light of human consciousness. Nothing stays the same. Okay, it's always changing. And your thoughts are going to water that tree. Okay, the mind garden. What are you watering? You know, are you watering the goodness inside you, the kindness, the love, the peace, the joy, the blessings? Are you watering that, or are you watering the weeds? That's what I would think about. Is that what are those weeds? So when it comes to, let's see if I can get this one right. So when it comes to conflict with people, okay, after the situation is over, if you're taking that conflict into the next day, okay, if it's in your mind, if you're still thinking that way, you're still feeling this way towards them. Okay, the conflict isn't with that person anymore because there's not a specific situation that's happening in that moment. The conflict now is in the mind about them, about how you are looking at them differently, how you are perceiving them differently. Okay, so what she suggested that people do, and I think this is just a really good idea, is just start saying, if we're going to be manifestors, if this is just an experiment, like, okay, start saying, let's see, it's perfect. I'm in the perfect situation. Everything is perfect. You might not believe it at first, but the more you start to say it, the more you start to believe it, the more it starts lining up. The building blocks start falling in place for that situation to turn into something perfect. And quite honestly, just going in that general direction, I did start to feel a lot better. You know, I had a reading done just recently, and the main word that I came away from that reading with was gratitude. And I thought that was very relevant to what I've been feeling, because I've been so focused on these negative experiences that I had lost my ability to stop and take a moment for all the beautiful things that I have in my life. Like, I have so much richness in my life. I have beautiful, loving children. I have a beautiful, loving, like a beautiful, clean, roomy home for them to live in that is got, you know, running water and lights and internet and food. And, you know, I have family, I have friends, I have community. I have this live stream here. I have my tarot reading ability. You know, I have all these beautiful, wonderful things. And I really want to spend my time focusing my life force energy, which is my time, on those things, on the things that make me feel good. That's what I want to focus on. You know? Okay. Yes, because the conflict is in my mind about them. That's what it comes down to. I could be perfect in my words and behavior, but not thinking right. That's the thing. You can be doing stereotypically what you're supposed to be doing, but how are you thinking? Because that is the main thing that I sense coming from this other person, which I feel like is what I've been like butting heads about. But I can't control what they think. I can't control what they think. I don't want to. I want this person to be who they are. You know? Yeah. So how can I think right? You know, like, how do I find the way to think a right thought when I'm going through these types of things? Because again, like, if we're sitting there and we're doing all these things that we think are the right, but we're not feeling that, we're not thinking that right thought towards them, you know, sending them the blessings, even if, like, you don't, it doesn't mean you have to be like, oh, I love this person, I even like this person, you know, I think they're great. It doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean that. But it does mean withholding any super negative, bad, horrible thoughts like that, where you just rip them apart and tear them down in the same way mentally. You're doing it mentally than how they are doing it outside, you know? Like, that's not going to work. It's not going to work. So, and the other thing she mentioned that I thought was really interesting was she mentioned that we have a relationship with time. So that we need to look at time as an entity in itself that we have a relationship with. And so when we're not focused on being happy in the present, when we're focused on the past or the future, okay, we're disrespecting time, is what she said. So basically, like, think about it, like, oh, the past was so good. I remember when I was younger, and I had money, and I could take care of myself in these certain ways, and now I don't. Basically, you're disrespecting the present. You're disrespecting the present, and it's creating a karma, okay, to where now time will disrespect you because you're disrespecting it. All right, that's why you want to focus on what you have going on right now. Being in the moment. Thinking about the future too is just the same thing. Like, oh, the future is going to be so good. I just have to wait till I get to that future. Like, no, you're wasting the present time, and you're wasting your present moment. Okay, we got to try to focus on the blessings that God has given us, which is time. Time is a blessing. It is a gift. Okay, so that's what I started posing to myself. Okay, so if I choose to withhold my negative thoughts towards this person, okay, and I just switch over to, well, God, what blessing do you want me to send them? There's got to be a way. There's got to be something that I can feel or I can sense, like, I send you God's love. I bless you. I hope that, you are blessed with God's love. I hope that you are blessed with all your heart's purest wishes. I hope that you have that. And I do. And I feel it when I think about it. I really do. I wish that all of you guys, that all your purest wishes come true for you. And that God sends you all of his support and encouragement and connection. Okay. So I pretty much already went over that part. Okay. Yep. Sorry, guys. Just give me 1 second. Because I basically went over the rest of that stuff. Start saying everything is perfect. And thoughts amplify. Start telling your friends and your family, everything is perfect. Everything is perfect. I think that this could be a way to start creating that, quite honestly, because it's about manifesting the human consciousness. That is what we were here. That's what we came here for. To experience the creatorhood, the creatorship of being in co-creation with God here in a 3D physical realm, where we could bring his love for us through these physical vessels, these physical forms. So I'm going to focus on being happy. I'm going to focus on making sure I take care of myself, because you can't be happy if you haven't given to your own cup first. And I just highly hope and suggest that y'all do the same. And I hope that it helps. I hope this information helped you, because this is the way I'm pulling myself out of this, of what I've been talking about now for months at this point. I'm going to stop talking negatively about it. And I'm just going to focus on the things that are positive going on in my life, and trying to be as kind as I can, and wishing blessings to people. And that's going to fill my cup up. That's really going to make me emotionally rich. I feel it, feel it already. So taking a deep breath. Hello, Selena. Hello, Brian. Very nice to see you guys. Okay, so let's pull our fortune cookie, since I'm done with my my lecture portion of today's live stream. Let's get ready to do some cards and some and the fortune cookie. Okay, so we're gonna do 3 card pulls today. We're gonna do 1 for the collective, well, 2 for the collective, like I usually do, with the Adventure Time and the Aquarian deck, and then I'm gonna pull 1 reading for just the conference specifically. I'm gonna pull a couple. Hello there, Janice, River Girl. I love that name. Okay, so everyone, take a good thought. Think of what it is that we need to hear. Okay. Let us know. What message does the collective need to receive today through fortune cookie format? Boop. Okay. Let's see what we got. Boop. All right. Do not put off till tomorrow what can be enjoyed today. That is so relevant. considering what I just went over. Do not put off till tomorrow what can be enjoyed today. That's true. And after this, I'm going to go and I'm going to enjoy spending time with my children since I'm getting ready for this conference, and I got my suitcase out already and it's pretty much almost packed. So I've really been on the ball with everything. Very proud of myself for that. I didn't used to be so good at getting ready for things of this nature. I was a very different place back then. Okay. So, greetings, Matthew and Honora. I'm not sure which one, if it's both or just one. How you doing? Okay, so let's go ahead and do, let's do this one. Should we start with the collective or should we do the conference one first? I'm gonna wait a second. What do you guys think? I should probably do the conference one at the end. Yeah, we'll do the collective. I feel like no one's even responded yet as far as I know in the stream, but yeah, I feel like we should do the collective one first. Okay. Ask that you please assist us. For the collective. For the collective this week. For the collective this week. All right, almost done. Almost ready, guys. Okay. For the collective. Yeah, one more time. Okay. What is it that the collective needs to know? Oh, look who showed up, too. Oh, look, Queen of Rods. She's under there. Yep. Talking about her earlier. All right. Whew, just going to clear. Okay. There it goes. All right. For the collective. For this next week, what does the collective need to know? What do we need to talk about? All right. We got the Ace of Swords coming out. Love the aces. So what is the Ace of Swords? The Ace of Swords is about new beginnings. It's about a timeline shift of some sort concerning communications, concerning speech, concerning the way you present yourself to the world, the way you say things, the way you do things, the mannerisms that you use to express yourself. And this is a new ability, a new sharper edge of it is what I'm hearing. Like your sword has been tempered. You know how they do with those Japanese swords? How they basically fold them over and over and over again to make it the sharpest sword that it can. Well, this is an upgrade to that. Okay, and so there's some new venues of communication that are opening up, thoughts, ideals as well. Okay, new way of thinking. And this kind of goes in line with what I was just talking about. Okay, and the new way of looking at the situation that I'm in. Okay, so this is a new way of doing things. All right, it's pure too. It's pure and it's innocent. And I get that from the roses, those white roses. Okay, so let's keep going. Okay, what do we need to know about this? What do we need to know about this Ace of Swords? We got the Emperor. Okay, so the Emperor is a major arcana card. So this is a heavy energy. This is a heavy and intense energy as far as the cards go. Okay, so the Emperor is the divine masculine. Okay, he is the father figure. He is someone who has the discipline. He has the structure. All right, he's what brings, I don't know why, but they're saying like he brings a certain fire and a passion. And the reason I'm saying that is because of the Aries here, the ram's horns we got. So it's giving me an Aries type of feel to it. Okay, so the thing about the Emperor though, okay, is that even though like he brings these good energies of structure and discipline, he can get a little bit too unbending and unyielding when it comes to how he does things and how he wants things done. Okay, So let's see what else they have to say. So there's new communications going on with an Emperor type of energy here. So a new way of stepping forward and taking control of something, because he can be a bit controlling too. That's the thing. The Emperor can be a bit controlling, but he's also like, he brings these positive things. Like, it makes me think of the positive aspects of Saturn. If you could think about what those would be, being good with managing time, being good with scheduling things out, things of that nature. Okay, let's keep going though. What else do you want to tell us about this? Yeah. Yeah. Last one. Okay. Ooh. All right. We got the 3 of Cups. So whatever this new timeline shift for yourself is going to be, this upgrade in communications, okay, you're going to bring a more disciplined and structured approach to it, to how you communicate, and it's going to be well received. The 3 of Cups is a card of joy. It's a card of, it can be weddings, it can be an event, it can be, holidays, things like this. This kind of reminds me of summer coming up, so this is like people gathering. All right. It's going to be a joyous occasion. It's going to be a good time. All right. And this is a result of this unlocking of this new way of communicating and expressing yourself. Okay. With more discipline and structure that's involved. Okay. So, yeah, that is the message for the collective, guys. All right. That is the message. Although, it almost feels like this could be the Journey to Truth conference poll for myself here, but no, we're going to go on to the tarot, the Adventure Time ones now, and then we will come back for one more poll for just specifically, I'm going to say just for the Journey to Truth conference, because I did for the next week's energy, but considering I'm going to be there in the next week, it makes sense for me. But it'll make sense for you in your own way, like what's going on. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. There we go. All right. Yeah, I really liked that last reading. That was a good positive reading, it felt like. Okay. Let's go ahead and shuffle the Adventure Time ones. I'm going to do the collective reading for this next week in Adventure Time. You know what I'm thinking about doing? I saw my friend Alexis. She actually did a live stream the other day where she went over, she did tarot for different signs. I thought that was a good idea. I thought maybe I'll do something like that, where I do it for like astrologically by the groups, like air, fire, water, earth, because she did one for each one, but she does like the single card pulls, and I can't do the single card pulls yet, guys. I just can't. Oh yeah. One day I'm sure I'll be able to, but I shouldn't say I can't. Look at that. I'm manifesting it already. Yeah, I can't. No. Okay. No, I can. I could do it. I could do it. Yeah. All right. Doesn't it? Oh, I'm so glad you said that, Queen Victor. Weren't you there the other day? Yeah, we should definitely do something like that. Okay, one more little side shuffle here, and then we're gonna get over. Okay. Because you guys know, you already know what the problem with this deck is. You already know. Okay, I've already said it so many times. So if you're new here, it's because it's a big deck. Okay, sorry, it's huge, and the card it's the stock, the paper, which I like being able to shuffle like really easily with my other deck. I just wish these were a little thinner, I guess. But let's clear that energy out. There it goes. Yep, there it goes. Let's go ahead and give these one little last turnabout. Okay, we're pulling for the collective. Okay. I ask that you please assist me with this reading. Please make it clear. And no. Don't you flip around. No, you don't do reverses here. Okay, here we go, guys. Here we go. Thank you for being patient with me while I do this shuffling. Okay. For the next week. For the collective. Tell us what we need to know. Okay. We got the Four of Swords. All right. So, it's funny because we got this card once before with the Adventure Time Tarot deck, and I didn't actually know who these characters were. But recently I discovered who these characters were in the show. Okay. And they were only in the show for one episode. It was very brief. And the entire time, they did not talk. They did not talk the entire time. When they tried to communicate, when Finn tried to communicate with these characters, they basically just didn't speak. I don't know if it was that they didn't know how or they were just unable to, but that's really the main energies of the Four of Swords. It's about taking a break from communication. It's about taking that break. Okay, needing to meditate, needing to come back and take a rest, needing a vacation even maybe. Okay, needing the break from the routine, the daily, everyday things that you're always doing. Okay, and it can be to just refill that well, like I was talking about earlier, like filling up your own cup of happiness. Like sometimes you need to pull back and give to yourself, because if someone's just taking and taking and taking, eventually that cup goes dry, and now what do you have? You're just giving, you just frustration and anger and irritation and all of these things, and that's just not helpful. It's not helpful. It doesn't feel good, and we're all about feeling good here. So, because it's our birthright as beings of God. All right, so what else do we need to know about this break? What else do we need to know about this Four of Swords, guys? Tell us. All right, we got the Five of Wands. Okay. So the Five of Wands is about competition, or it's about coordination. Okay. This particular character, their name is Tiffany, and they came in through the show quite a few times, and they always had the same type of attitude every single time, which was they were a bit jealous and envious of the relationship with Finn and Jake. And so, because they wanted to be best friends with Jake, or they were best friends with Jake at one point. And when, eventually that changed, because back then they lived kind of a life of crime. Tiffany and Jake, they were robbers and stuff like that. But when Jake turned around and became friends with Finn, then they didn't have a reason really to be friends. But eventually, a couple times they came back around, and it was always with a plot. It was always with a scheme that this person had. She was like always just trying to find her place, basically, of where does she belong, and she got taken advantage of a couple times because of it. So I would say the Five of Wands energy here is definitely saying, be aware of those types of energies inside of you. Be aware of this. Is there a competition? Do you feel competitive with someone? Do you feel like it's a battle just to be who you are? I'm good. You're good. I'm good. You're bad. I'm good. Like, I don't know if it came out right, but like trying to always one up another person. Like, it almost kind of gives me a feeling too of seven of wands too, like this feeling like you're on this higher ground, but maybe you're not. Okay, so let's keep going. One more card here for the collective. What else do we need to know about these four swords and the Five of Wands? Tell us what we need to know about this. We got the Five of Coins. Okay, so Five of Coins is kind of wait a second, I just realized something. Okay, so we just got done looking at this character, Tiffany, right? Well, here she is again. She actually appears in a second card. This is the only other one she appears in, and it's on the Five of Coins. So here we go. In this particular case, this relationship here between the two of them, Dr. Gross there, that was her name, Dr. Gross, because she basically lured her in with what she could give her and what she could do for her. Okay. She was making like cybertron, like cyber hybrids. I'm trying to think of the word for like a human, like animal life and machine life, transhuman. Like, what is that? Okay, like that type of energy. Okay, that was the thing she was doing. She was experimenting on these creatures, and she needed an assistant. Okay. And the assistant was Tiffany. Tiffany came to the rescue. And eventually, you know, because for her, she just wanted to be accepted. And finally, someone kind of made her feel accepted. Someone made her feel like she had a place. Okay. And so it did not end well in the long run, because eventually Dr. Gross went a little too far with Finn and Jake. And when she went after Jake, that was when Tiffany was just like, like, no, I'm just going to choose the right side. I'm going to choose the right way to act. Okay, so traditionally, though, let's just go with the traditional meaning of Five of Coins for a second. This could mean rejection. This could mean feeling outside of like look on the outside looking in type of feeling, like you're being left out. It can be a feeling of it can be even homelessness. It can be losing something that you thought you had, right? Trying to see how this all relates. So for me, I would think that this means that the break that people are taking, okay, perhaps it could be leading someone to feel a little bit left out and in a competition, so to speak, to the point where maybe they have opened themselves up to the influences of a not so great character. Okay, maybe these feelings of, I want to just keep saying competition. Competition just keeps coming up. Feeling like in a competition with someone, and that like kind of leaving them open for this type of a not so good situation to arise, of feeling rejected. For me, I would think like, okay, did me taking a break, did me pulling back, did this make this person feel more competitive that I'm in this situation with here? Okay, did this make this person feel more competitive and rejected? Is that possible? Do they feel like they were taken, or do I feel that way? Because a part of me, I'll admit that I absolutely feel like I've not been accepted for who I am, and I've hated the fact that it has felt like a competition. I don't really like that. Okay. But I'm going to do some more meditating on it. I'm going to do some more taking a break on it and figure out how to turn that around. So if you feel like you're being put out, this will change. This will change, because that Four of Swords, which is the main energy of this particular spread, is an energy that will change. It cannot stay the same. The Four of Swords, it cannot. So eventually that break will be over, and we will figure out what to do next about that, won't we? Yes, we'll figure out what to do about that next. Cyborg, yes, Trevor, cyborg, something like that. Yes, I really do know Adventure Time so well. I do. I watch it every single night. I can't help, because you got to think about things that you're willing to watch with your kids. You know what I'm saying? And some of those shows are just too much. So Adventure Time though, it's a very good one. So I'm going to do one more poll. This is just going to be about the Journey to Truth conference. So just for people who might be popping in, because I put Journey to Truth conference stuff in my title of this video. Okay, we're going to do one more card pull. And if you would like to have a reading with me personally, okay, please feel free to email me at auroradiamondheart@gmail.com. And I'm more than willing to set something up with you. Okay, it's going to be, obviously it's going to have to wait until after I get back from the conference, but I've really been having a good time doing these readings lately with people. Braden's one of the people I just had a reading with the other day, and it was fire. It was fire. I was like, oh man, I wish I had. I just got to make sure that. And the thing is the big difference I felt like going into that reading was that I had taken that time to pull back and refill my own cup, so that way I could be more energetically in tune with what it was. What's the point of it? You know what I'm saying? It was being energetically forbidden flavor. Oh boy, the forbidden flavor. That's a good episode. Hey, yeah, that's the one with Tiffany in it, actually. Yeah, Tiffany is in that episode. That's when they're doing a heist to rob the candy kingdom of the Baker's Shard, which is like this powerful source of like candy. Like this, it was kept in a vault. Okay, so let's do the Journey to Truth conference. Let's do it. Yeah, it was really good. I know, right? Oh, Brayden, thanks for saying that. I'm glad it was really good for you. It felt really positive. It felt really good. Okay. Oh, and by the way, like I can tell this is going to be a good event. I can feel it. I can feel it already. Like I have mentioned this before, that when it gets about 30 days out of a time period, I can usually start to tap in to like the timelines start to converge with what everyone, all the choices people are making. So I start to feel the main energies that are going to be at the event. And oh my gosh, I've been feeling so positive. I've been just feeling just radiating like joy coming from this event, like a blast center of just happiness. So I really think it's going to be, I'm going to have a good time. I really think it's going to be a really good time. The weather's supposed to be really, really nice. Okay. I have a whole bunch of cute outfits to wear. I mean, what could be better than that? Oh, yeah. I will go to some festival at this point and find a reason to wear this again out in public. I absolutely will. Okay. So, last shuffle. Okay. Last shuffle. All right. Journey to Truth Conference. I'm talking about it. I'm feeling it. We're putting it into the cards. Okay. Please let it be made aware of when it comes to the Journey to Truth Conference. Okay. Journey to Truth Conference. Journey to Truth Conference. Tapping into that. Okay. Do you guys know that it's actually at a haunted lodge too? I found out later on that that lodge that we're staying at is like it's like on the Travel Channel as like one of the top 10 haunted lodges. We need to bring our like EVP thing or something like that. Let's go find hey demons, it's your boy. Isn't that what the meme is? I don't know. Anyway, forget I said that part. All right, so anyway, let's pull these cards. Tell us about the Journey to Truth Conference. Oh, we got the 8 of Rods. All right, so it's action time. It is go time. All the things are happening. Boom, 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 boom. You know, I'm thinking about the speakers, thinking about all the lineup happening, the meal plan, the people coming together, the airports. Like everything is, all the actions are being taken that need to be taken. You know, will they all be success? Possible, but you know, some of them could hit some other places, maybe in a little different way, you know. That would just be like the shadow side of it. Like maybe it hits something in not a positive way. It's possible, you know, but really it's a card of actions. Okay. This is a lot of people taking actions, like a group of people taking actions is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing like all those rods as people. Okay. And they're all flying in, you know, like almost like meteors or comets, you know, going to this event. Okay. So what do we got next for this? Okay, Journey to Truth Conference. We got the 8 of Rods. Tell us some more. Ooh, the Sun, which is what inspired this dress. The Sun. Okay, so the Sun energy is a successful card. Like this is like the light is shining on everything. Everything is being seen. Everything is being nurtured. Everything is getting what it deserves. The highlight. Okay, this is the culmination of all these months hard work. I mean, I believe they started promoting this last year. Okay, so yeah, it's going to be a very successful event. People are going to feel really positive about it. Is there a shadow side to the Sun though? Like sometimes, you know, that bright light, it can possibly burn you a little bit. That's the only thing I can think of, quite honestly, but I'm not sure how that would be represented in this, because I'm not getting a feeling of that. Even though that's the thing, I'm not getting that feeling. I'm getting just a really positive success. This is an overwhelming success. Okay, all these people coming together, the group. Okay, let's see, one more card, and then we're gonna wrap it up. Okay, conference. Tell us a little bit more about this. Tell us a little bit more. Okay, okay, you got another ace. All right, so another ace. Well, aces are really good cards. The aces are new beginnings. Okay, big new beginnings. This is something that inspires action in you, something that inspires passion. And I'm just getting the feeling like real change when it comes to actions and stuff like that. I would not doubt that people are going to come to this event and they're going to be inspired in a way that shifts them on their timeline. It's going to shift them into a new way of, like, they're going to take it home. They're going to do things a new way. They're going to, I don't want to say think, because the thinking one usually is the swords one, but this is a new way of doing things. So this is going to, like, people are really going to have something to take away from this that's really going to benefit them and upgrade them when it comes to actions, things you're doing, okay, things you're creating in this world. All right. Oh gosh, that's really great spread, quite honestly, when it comes to this. So yeah, we're really creating something new here for these people, for all the people that are gathering. We're all sharing what we've learned with each other, even if we're not speaking it and hearing it. Our energies, our frequencies are sharing with one another. The upgrades that each other have is like a little exchange. Okay. And it's going to be quite successful. I'm getting the feeling it's like DNA codes activated. Okay. With, because I'm looking at the sun, and that's part of what the solar flares do, is they activate us. Well, this event is going to be like that. It's like a solar flare on Earth. So get happy, guys. Get happy. All right. That is the conference spread. That was so much fun today. I'm having so much fun here today. Oh, thank you, Geraldine. And prayers to you. Blessings to you, that your life will soon be comfortable. Everyone, I just take a moment and just be like, Geraldine, you're just going to be so comfortable. I just want to see her comfortable. I see her settled and happy in her place of residence. She's got good Wi-Fi, food, nice big yard, all those things. Let's just help each other out when we know each other needs it, because that's really what life is about. It's about giving to others, and it's not about physical buying things that you can give that mean the most. It's kindness that you can give to people, being there for them, supporting them. That is what creates that emotional abundance. That is what creates your well of blessings. So I always try to draw attention to my friends if they need a little bit of extra boost up. Okay? Absolutely love you, girl. Yeah. Okay. Oh, no problem, Janice. It was okay. She said, Janice said, yes, in meditation, I've been hearing this kind of thing. Thank you. So thank you for that confirmation. That really helps me know that, like, I'm not the only one going through this. I know I'm not the only one going through this. I just really want to find a way to lift us out of these heavy energies. If my example can help others lift themselves out of the intense heavy energies that they've been going through, then that will just be one more thing that I feel blessed by. I really do. I feel very blessed. I feel very grateful for the things that I have in my life and where I'm at, because I've come really far. I've come so freaking far. And here, my golden goddess dress. Oh, there was one more thing I wanted to show you, actually. I'm going to grab it in a second. I'm going to have to go off screen just for a brief second. I don't know why I have to do that sometimes, but I do. The other thing that I got out when I was looking for my crown so I could wear this dress today, which I thought this was super symbolic, and I just want to show you guys what I found. I found my favorite antique candy dish that I had put away in my garage in one of my boxes. And for me, when I pulled it out, I got this little nest here. Okay, I got these eggs in it, which I have 3 eggs in it. Okay, which is kind of funny because I cracked an egg open, 2 eggs not that long ago, and I got 3 yolks from 2 eggs. So I got these 3 eggs in it, and it's like my little nest here. Okay, and this to me represents the Ace of Cups. So I felt like, okay, there's been a shift. I found those videos that were so helpful, and there's been a shift. And there is my Ace of Cups. This is called a carnival finish. That's what makes it special. So again, I got my little jewels hanging off of it, so it's overflowing just like in the card. All right, guys. Unless anyone else has any questions, I think we're all good. I feel really good about today. I feel really good about the upcoming event here. Again, reach out to me if you can, if you want a reading. Aurora Diamond Heart Gmail. And please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel if you aren't already. Gotta just make sure I say that too. Oh, thanks, Joanna. Sending you all good vibes. Sending you all blessings, all of you. Oh, I know, isn't it pretty? Thank you, Geraldine. Okay. I'm ready. I'm ready to end it. Sorry, I just gotta look at myself one more time. All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Brayden. Thank everyone for being here. I love y'all. I will not be online I will not be live next week. I can't go live from my phone. If I could go live from my phone, I might actually do something like that and do a little pop. Maybe I'll record a little video. I don't know. But I probably won't be back for 2 weeks. So find me on Facebook if you really miss me. I post lots of memes. And they're prophetic. So have fun. All right, guys. On the count of 3. 3, 2, 1. Bye.